Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everyone. Welcome to the Amateur Otaku Podcast. I'm your host for tonight, Isaac Wolf, and joining me tonight is Nathan Arkwinder. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How is it going with you, Mr. Isaac or Emblemaniac slash the guy who makes like occasional funny jokes or
It's going good, it's going good. And yeah, as the title suggests, I was thinking that it is a rather random. The idea came rather randomly to me, actually. It is the fact that tonight's, as the title suggests, is a review of an old school anime known as Gunsmith Cats, which is it has an OVA based on the manga of the same name, and well, I have seen this one ages ago, and I do mean ages ago, since it's from 1995. And one day literally saw like uh, I don't know why, but I'm gonna fix this one. Just one sec. It's popping up of my YouTube shorts for whatever reason, and then I just thinking, wait, maybe a retro view. This could be fun. I mean, I've seen that many people talking about this one, but then again, it's very obscure, very obscure anime that, well, unfortunately can't be streamed anywhere right now, except checking out on the Internet Archive and YouTube, where I actually showed it off to Nathan. And well, since I saw it that it was on YouTube, I feel like this could be a fun thing to cover. And I asked Nathan, "Have you seen this?" And he asked, "What is this?" And I just, "This is cinema." Okay, let's check.
and I liked it.
Yeah,
I truly did.
and well, the sort of like, what can I say? It's one of, and going by the Discord, we are in the server. I'm the only one that knows about it, and I'm just. Do I show my age, or is it me being into the culture a little too much? I don't know.
I would say maybe it's a bit of your age. I cannot lie, and also you being a nerd. So a little from column A, a little from column B.
Fair enough on that regard. But yeah, so. But anyway, Gunsmith Cats is. Oh, hello, Brantley. And that follows the three. And follows the Pussycats, known as Irene Raleigh Winsmith, who runs a gun shop and is also working on a. It also works as a bounty hunter, and her well, she her partner in crime is someone that certainly loves explosive known as Minnie May Hopkins, and their companion, teenage ex-smuggler and lockpicker Mr. Brown. And in this three-part OVA, they kind of well, we are talking anime, so in this case, a three-part OVA, which is an original voiced. It's OVA stand for again.
Original video
Regional
animation.
video animation. Thank you,
Anytime.
thank you, thank you. But in this case, Riley and May and Irene is getting included into a shitstorm of a of a smuggling deal with the regarding said weapons and all, because AATF, what was it called, stand for? The one that handles the police department that handles weapons, tobacco, and what was it else? ATF gets hold of them, start talking about and say, "Hey, we need your help about XYZ, but we uh, of course we are going to but of course we can't pay you. But do you have licenses of everything? No, that yes." And I'm like, oh. So and so they kind of get blackmailed into joining in by the agent Bill Collins and all that, yes, and hijinks ensue. And I gotta say, this is a really fun 90s action sheets of anime in regards to animation, I dare say.
Yeah, yeah, like it's there. It does have a lot of charm to it. The art style, like production value, it's a fairly charming show. It's very fun for yeah. So it makes sense. This is a '90s anime. It has that likability to it.
And you can see it in well, as I show it the picture there, you can see the traditionally drawn 90s character style option. And let me see if I can find a picture of the manga properly. There we have it. And well, they will also have it's not the biggest picture I know of, so maybe I should check someone else. But I will admit haven't read the manga or anything like that, so I don't know how much it is in comparison. How true though. Um, is that Spanish?
Yeah, that is Spanish. That was.
I unfortunately can't speak Spanish. I don't really know what you said.
No, hablo español.
Yeah. Anime is the one there in the banner, Gunsmith Cats. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find the whole thing for free on YouTube. It's like an hour and a half. It's a pretty fun mini series. You won't feel like you waste your time. It feels like it was like kind of feel like it was like kind of like 90s anime John Wick with how intense the action can be at times, like how ludicrous it can get.
Exactly. And I what since I have seen this before, I just wanted to know, what were your first impression when you started watching it?
My first impression was like I was a bit how you say it. I was just a bit surprised by it. I had no expectations with what the show was going to be. So like the first minute, were like what was it? Like the first minute with Rally taking down that one guy, and then Minnie shows up as well, and they do their like little song dance. I was like, that's a surprise, but I don't mind this. This is oddly pretty charming. So I was like, I was very much invested from the moment because they had pretty good action in the first scene. But I really liked the characters. They had like a fun like banter. They really work off each other well. Where I they could talk about anything. I'll be like, oh, they're pretty well developed characters, and that's pretty impressive since the show's only 3 episodes. I'm like, oh, okay, get the feel for them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I can see exactly what you mean. So I can't recall, like I said before, I can't recall when I saw it the first time, all that jazz. But I do remember getting kind of hooked from the get go, because when I was when I was a young kid and all that jazz, seeing badass girls and all that jazz was a big plus for my book. I'm not gonna deny that. So, and I'm gonna see. Can we check the? Do you know what the animation studio is for this one is?
Who made this show?
We have talked about their shows a couple of earlier times, and we are going to continue it rather soon once all the episodes are available.
Like the studio is the one that made Pokemon.
OLM, yes. OLM, yes.
Wow. And they also made Berserk. Wow, they really did everything here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. And Violet Evergarden for me.
Yeah. The studio really has done practically everything then.
They have the mostly Pokemon then, but yeah.
Wow. But yeah, like, the OM does a pretty good job here. Like, animation's pretty smooth when it gets the action scenes. Like, it's like clean and crisp. So it's crisper than bacon after you fry it up.
Yeah, because how should I put it also? There is kind of are there stuff in this that have aged some wise? Yes, I can completely admit that. I mean, and all that, yes, but I do think they handle this one properly. I think you know exactly which one I'm talking, which scenes I'm talking about, and all that. Yes.
Oh yeah, like you're talking about the fan service, correct?
Yes, but the funny thing is, I have seen way worse in today's anime. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so this is all things considered pretty tamed. All things considered, it's the glory of the '90s right there.
Yeah, they are. Hell, '90s shows. There's a lot of other '90s shows that is way worse also. So.
Yeah, this is just pretty vanilla. All things considered, like it's a bit. It kind of distracts me for a bit because I feel like it's like, this show is a comedy, kind of a comedy in a way, so it's not like it doesn't take me out of the moment too much, but I'm like,
Sorry about that.
I feel like you guys were like kind of drawing with one hand, if you know what I mean.
Well, and speaking of which, by the characters and all that jazz, one thing I do and appreciate and all that jazz, which is something that was very common in the '90s with anime and action shows in general and all that jazz, is the fact that if there was some generic stuff like and all that jazz, Raleigh would obviously go out with Bill at the end of that, who I would argue is the male lead in this OVA, if you really think about it. But they have more of a sibling banter more than anything.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, from my understanding, everyone here kind of just feels like they have either sibling or coworker dynamics. There's something I mean, doesn't mean there's not characters down the line in the manga that might have they might have experimented with, but from these first 3 episodes, I just sense these guys are they're friends for fun. They're just kind of of course they're going to be backing each other up, but I don't really sense romantic potential. I just sense just just them either just vibing or them just pulling each other's hair out with the shenanigans they get up to.
Exactly, and which is something I actually do enjoy by this show. And since this is one of the few times we have talked about an English dub, since there, let yes, did you recognize some of the voice actors in
I
this
I
dub?
like I I was a bit I they sounded familiar to me, so I d- I don't know most of them, but I know the one who plays Rally. That's Amanda Winlee. She was in Persona.
Yeah, she is she's the journalist, and she is also in Persona. She's also, if you have watched Evangelion, she's also Rei Ayanami. So
Yeah, so a pretty decent resume for her.
yeah, although the less talked about that, the better. Although the funniest thing she has included in my book, it's always going to be dead leaves.
Ah, uh,
Have
but
you seen that show?
I have not seen that show. No.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, buddy.
Okay, we're
Oh,
not. First, we're talking about this show. Let's get back to this show. Then you can peer pressure me into watching another show. Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
will. I will.
Okay.
It's
So so let's talk about the. I guess we'll talk about the plot a bit here, since we talked about the characters a bit and the context of when the show came out. So let's just go through the plot quickly. Let me sum it up, then we'll just go from there. So, like you said, Rally and Minnie are kind of coerced into helping the authorities to bust some bad guys. But then in the next episode 2, there's a mysterious Russian assassin shows up and starts fucking around everywhere, and so and then now so now they have to deal with that. Then in the third episode, they don't Rally and Minnie almost get killed by said assassin, but then they do beat the assassin. Though that woman, the assassin lady, she's a Terminator basically until the very end.
uh-huh. I mean, there is one scene in particular that I wouldn't be surprised if it's even a homage to homage to homage to Terminator, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. But I would say overall this is a pretty the plot's not exceptionally great, but it works for what it's trying to do. Shows off two characters, two main characters getting into crazy action scenes, some chicanery and buffoonery and deadliness with the Russian assassin, with some pretty decent comedy overall when they have to when they when their personalities get them into some wild situations, like when Minnie blew up a bomb near their gun stash, and or where the assassin when someone broke into their house and they walked into a bunch of other bombs by accident. So it's it's pretty charming stuff.
And it's certainly not subtle and all when it comes to their action scenes, which makes it even more funnier because uh, it's clear that they do it with a glint in the eye, like they just want to be a cheesy action show.
Yeah,
It's with every, especially with May and her shenanigans. I mean, how have their house not blown out been blown down to pieces by now? It's a god darn miracle.
yeah, exactly. Like this is kind of the house kind of has Toon Force in a way. Like the show, there's kind of light Toon Force throughout the show. I mean, it's not like it gets like insanely ridiculous, but like there are times where like it does like kind of like it kind of bends reality a bit, like but kind of like the sense like when you watch like an action movie where like where it's kind of like it's a bit cheesy, but it's not meant to be taken like realistically.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I do find it funny how, without going into spoilers, the main villain in the last episode that is clearly the one that has orchestrated it all. Well, he he has his last saying is essentially very, very, and yes, there's the Russian lady, so to speak, but it is very, very similar to certain someone talking currently, if you know what I mean.
The most unrealistic part of the show is a politician being exposed and they actually get arrested. But
I mean, that depends on well, okay, that's fair. That's completely fair, and which is sad.
but enough politics. I would say like that was like I said, like the comedy is also pretty fun too, especially when like when you see characters kind of like they're in very bad positions and they're kind of like weaseling, kind of like being like, oh no, I'm so cooked and all that. Like it's a certain amount. I don't know why. There's like a lot of charm in that as well. A lot of characters in the show get their butts kicked a lot, so it makes for like their like some fun interactions. When I think in the first episode, Rally has to like is given a gun to shoot her cop contact person, but then using like her expert marksmanship, she just is able to like break the rope and just like boom, like take out another guy, and then they're all able to take out all the other goons in the room. It's pretty entertaining stuff.
Yeah. So, and honestly, I don't really know what else there is to say about it more than just that before we go into too much going too much in circles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
so, but
yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna link the YouTube with you where I found this in down in the description down below. Right. So if you do want to watch it, then there it will be a chance for you to watch it, so to speak, and yeah. So and like I said before, I can highly recommend this if you want some 90s cheese and all.
Yeah, thus be careful. Soon enough, like maybe if they resolve those issues, they'll come after that video. We might be cooked if we promote piracy.
But is it really piracy though? Since no one really, I don't really know who owns the license to that one right now. If I'm being completely real with you.
Yeah, it's true. It's one of those things that I guess legally no one owns it. Legally.
Yeah. So, but hey, and yes, while there are some other old school that I would love to cover, the rule of thumb is always gonna be if it's available to watch somewhat without having to, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, but yeah. Anyway, have it awesome, y'all. Thought we could just have a fun little short stream and all that jazz talking about this one, even if it's a bite all over the place.
Yeah. Just a little quickie, since just make sure that we're alive right now.
Yeah, it's a bit. And if you are watching this on, well, tomorrow we're finishing halfway, continuing with the Persona stuff as I talk on Twitch. Then I don't know what next episode will be. It looks like it might be Damien, the new show based on new show that is adapting the new book by the Fullmetal Alchemist mangaka, which I can highly recommend. I can't Demons in the Shadow, I do think it's called. But well, after Persona, whenever that happens, it's either going to be XD or Colosseum, depending on when Colosseum comes out before or not.
Right.
So, but Nathan, where can people find you, my friend? Nathan?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Where can people find you, my friend?
People can find me. You can find me at my YouTube channel, Arcwinder, and you can find me on Blue Sky, and at Nate the VA, and you can also find me on TikTok at the Real Arcwinder. I think that was my TikTok handle.
Nice. With that said, have it awesome, y'all. Peace.
Take care, everyone.